Greetings from Florida. Here we're working on a Volvo S60 or XC70, 01 to 09 or 03 to 07. This is the left front. We're changing the regulator. You might not need to. You might need to just change, hang on, these clips. If that's all that broke off, you can just do that. And you'll see how to do that in this video as well. But if the regulator is bent, you change the whole thing. Also, her glass was cracked. Laminated glass tends to crack, so we have to replace the glass as well. I was already here and locked the window up for her. I took out some of the push-in clips. The way those come out, you push in the center point. They're the ones where you see holes around the side. That's a 25 millimeter Torx. So we're going to take those screws out. Be careful, the handles break kind of easy. Where you see those holes on the side, there's about 7 or 8 push-ins. So you push in the center part of it, and then you can pop out the rest of the rivet. It's plastic. And then to put it back in, you push the back out of it again, and then you can pop it in and push it back down. So you'll see in a minute. You've got to unhook the cable from that silver handle. Not very difficult. There's one cable at the top. I don't know what it goes to. Not cable, a wiring harness at the top. I'm not sure what it goes to, but it comes off. Getting the wiring harnesses off of the switch housing is a challenge. You can't pop it off from the top. You got to get it out from inside, and it's a little bit tricky. There is a push button that you can push to pull it out, but you'll see when you get into it. If this video is helpful, do me a favor, L-I-K-E, like the video. That helps other people such as yourself find it on YouTube. If you'd like us to do this for you in Tampa Bay or Minnesota, Power Up Auto, we'd be glad to. We charge a fortune for this one. Hang on, I'll have this off in a second. And be careful when you're doing this because, again, tempered glass is kind of stronger, but when it shatters into a million pieces. Laminated glass shatters into slices, and it's like a diamond. You hit it just right and it breaks. So the next thing we got to do, the regulator is bent on this. We got to pop out the center point of those rivets, the mandrel of the rivets. They're steel. Volvo uses a fully steel rivet. I'm replacing them with aluminum rivets with steel mandrels, and I'm making the holes a little bit bigger for a 1/4 inch regulator rivet. You can do nuts and bolts if you want to, but it's a little more challenging, but it can be done. So I'm using a slightly smaller drill bit to open it up a little bit. By the way, the clip is at double speed to make it a little bit easier to watch. If you have any questions, ask right here on YouTube. I'd be glad to answer them within a day or so. Hard to get them off because they're steel. And the mandrel is usually steel. The rivet is usually aluminum. Got that one. Bosch tools, if you're curious. Always been the best. I've used everything over the years, but Bosch has been the most reliable, best customer service, best warranty, really fantastic company. So let's pull this out. And I finished bending it back. It was bent anyway, but I bent it the rest of the way to get it out, which is fine. It was bent enough. If it's bent even a little bit, it's very difficult to get to line up with the glass. The glass is going to go at an angle if you put it back in. Next up, I'm going to take the glass out because I know I'm changing the glass. It's broken. You might not be able to see it, but I don't know if you probably couldn't see the slices in it, but it's cracked all the way through. Next up, we're going to put the motor onto the new regulator. 3 Torx 30 screws, if I'm not mistaken, and you want to have the arms of the regulator at about halfway. It makes it easier to get it back into the door. And if it's not at halfway, and you also have to get one of the screws on, which is behind one of the arms. If not, you can apply current from a cordless screwdriver or cordless drill. The way to do that is you figure out which are the 2 power wires. There's 6 wires on this harness. The 2 thicker ones are the power wires. So if you take 2 wires and apply them to the battery pack on your cordless screwdriver or your cordless drill, and then apply them to the 2 terminals that would normally hook into where the thicker wires are, you can power it up and down. Just trying to see if it'll fit like that. It looks like it will. So I'm going to put the motor onto it, not realizing that I would have to adjust it again to get the last screw in. I don't know how well you can see this. You don't really need to. It's kind of self-explanatory. The screws only go in one way. The motors generally don't go on these. They're pretty reliable. And again, this is the 01 to 09 S60 and the 03 to 07 XC70. So there's the wiring harness I was talking about. You're looking for the two larger wires. There's two wires that are thicker than the other four. Those are the power wires. So basically, if you figure out where those go on the motor harness, you can apply current directly to those to move the arms back and forth, up and down. Yeah, if this bores you, you're welcome to move on to the next section, next chapter. So that's the third screw that I had to get in. I had moved the arms by applying power current to the motor. Next up, I'm just drilling these out a little bit more. Again, I think the original rivets were maybe 1/8. The ones I'm using are 1/4 inch. So I need to drill out those, and I need to drill out the holes on the regulator. The aluminum rivets with steel mandrels are fine. And again, if you don't have a big rivet gun, you may want to try to do this with nuts and bolts. I guess it's doable. And again, if your regulator is not bent, all you have to do is replace those sash guides. They're the guides that go on the track on the glass. And you can get them at Volvo, you can get them at BMW, you can get them online. The BMW ones are basically the same thing, but just in white instead of blue. And now I'm going to try to get that in, but I don't think I have enough clearance. So what I need to do is take it out. Yeah, it's not going to happen either. And I'm going to apply current. I'm just seeing which ones are the power wires. And I'm going to apply some current to bring those arms down a little bit. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm just applying current directly to those two posts on the motor from the battery pack on my cordless screwdriver. All right, so I've got that lined up properly. Just opening the holes up just a little bit more. Here's the Marson, the Big Daddy rivet gun. And I'm not tightening them all the way down until I get all of them in. I'm just giving them 1 or 2 turns just to get them hooked up. And now I'm going to tighten them all the way down. All right, so I've got the regulator in. Next up, you want to spray the 2 up and down channels, the run channels, with some WD-40. And you can be, normally I just say just a little bit, but you can be a little more liberal on this with it because you want the glass to slide up and down easily when you put it back in. A little WD-40 there, a little WD-40 there. Maybe on the inside channel as well. And it's a good idea to do that on all your cars on the windows every 3 or 4 months. But again, you don't take the door panel, just spray a little bit, just in the middle of the run channel, the up and down channels. And it lubricates them, especially in the south where it gets hot and it dries out the run channel. So you don't have to soak it, just give it a quick spritz on the middle on both sides. All right, so here's the new glass. Careful, careful, careful. You'll notice there's 2 tracks on there. There's 2 sashes on the glass. And you're going to put a sash guide, which I showed you, the blue one, on each side of it. It's going to go with the metal post facing out. And you got to put that in there before you pop the ball bearings from the regulator onto it. And you should lubricate those channels as well. And don't try to reuse your original clips, just get new ones. Sorry if I'm blocking the camera a bit, but this is a working farm. And you can probably get it half a turn in, half pressed in with your fingers, but then you'll need channel locks. And be careful, because again, if you hit it just right, you might break the glass. I mean, it's not attached to the glass, but I've done this before. Okay, so those are on fine. I'm plugging in the motor. Popping that back on. Now make sure that the wiring harnesses are firmly into the switch housing. There's 2 big wiring harnesses. and you want to make sure they click in. And then the cable that goes to the silver handle, not a big deal. And then there's one other wiring harness. I have no idea what it does, but and once you do that, you're going to get that on and line up these, and watch this. So you're going to put that in and then push it in. And there's about 7 of them. Again, if you found the video helpful, go ahead, like the video. Thank you very much. If you'd like us to do this for you, Power Up Auto in Tampa Bay and Minnesota. And I put back the 225 Torx. Be careful putting the handle on. Those things have a tendency to crack quite easily. Crack, crack. And you should be good from here. Thanks for watching.